I think bouncing and tempo is pretty strong, but I don't think you need that to win. And of course the adventures just are really good. Playing a lot of adventures can win games, speaking of which. This is tempo and adventure. And a 6/6 flyer. So, it's not a flyer, it's just a 6/6, but it's still pretty good. So, what do we have here? I think this is definitely the take. Another raid bombardment. Yeah, it has flash, but you can't use it for like a combat trick, because if you do it on their turn, it enters tapped. So if you want to block, you kind of lose the flash. You want the raid bombardment? I mean, you could always force raid bombardment and force aggro in this format. I think that would be okay. But I think I just want to try out the lock whale here. I mean, 2 mana top or bottom of the library is an extreme bounce. Let's see, what do we want to follow it up with? I think Grasp of Fate is fine. I think the Fairy is good, decent, but we saw a lot of 1/1 flyers kind of got stopped pretty easily in this format, so I'm not sure it's great. I think the Frenzy is a very, very good removal spell, and unlike Cut In, it's instant speed, which makes it so much better. I mean, Cut In, if it was instant speed, would be this good, but this is just great, and occasionally it can be cheaper. So it like wins combats, helps you push through, can be a trick, and removal all in one. Quick Study is also good if we want to stay just in blue, but I don't think I'm gonna pass a Frenzy. Good removal this early. Yeah, I mean, 5 toughness in this format is really common, and not too many things go above 5 toughness, so this is going to actually hit almost everything. So it is very relevant that it's 5 instead of 4. Trainee's great. I think this card can be great. But if we're gonna do blue-red, I don't think it's gonna be great. I think this card can be great. And I don't even think you have to play green for it to be great. You know? I think it's better than the Trainer, maybe. Let's go ahead and take the 2/2 that becomes double strike. Could have had a token deck here for sure. You'd still have a token deck with just Sky, or we could just not play the whale. Should probably stay open. I don't think this is a terrible card. I think it'll trade up a lot in the format. I think Succumb to Cold's just good tempo as well. This did a pretty good job against us with the fairies. It does combo with the rats. I'm gonna take the Succumb to Cold. I think it'll have a higher likelihood to make the end deck. Okay. I mean, we have options. Fixing. Since we know how much I like playing 3 colors. We could just go straight into Teamer Adventures and take the worm. This is okay removal. I wouldn't call it great. Just stick with blue-red. Go with the okay removal. I do not think I would ever play this. So, it's not even a consideration. But the sprite's pretty good in our deck. at the moment with all the adventures. Because remember, the adventures have sorceries and instants and stuff. So, yeah, definitely the fairy. White's looking open, though. I mean, white is open. So, if we want to lean into just Sky, I don't think that's bad. Or, we could end up ditching the red and just go into blue-white tap down. We have the setup for that as well. You don't have to play black to play this card. 1 mana creature deals damage equal to its power, and then sack it for red. I also don't think Water Wings is terrible, because the hexproof. Also just ice out. Let's take the Sellsword, stay open. I think it's the stronger card. Gatekeeper. I mean, Gatekeeper's definitely the best card here still. Although Break the Spell is good. I mean, this sets up better for blue-white in case we open a good blue-white tap-down benefit. This is just a good card overall. It goes into Teamer more. Set up Teamer. There you go. Although this is pretty good too. Let's take the removal. So now we're going to want fixing. I will play that. I don't know if I would play this, but probably just go into the sideboard. There's some fixing. You're not a fan of the red equipment. Man, don't you know I play equipments all the time when people tell me I shouldn't? Yeah, I think we're gonna play this card. We'll pick up more fixing, and if we go 4 color, we go 4 color. Makes a bunch of rats, and it's a 3/3 for 3. It's pretty good. Probably better in our deck than any of these other cards up top here. I wouldn't play Leyline. Quick Study's fine. Grotto's not great fixing. Red Cap's probably going to wheel and makes a treasure. So that might be the wheel pickup we take. Although I guess we could still just drop the red. And be black-blue. Red or green, I suppose. But let's take Lord Skitter. Glutton's pretty good top end. What are we looking at here? Red might be better than our green. Brings in some removal. And it's instant speed. Instant speed removal is just great. It makes double blocking so bad for your opponent. Go with the witch. The witch with the rat king. Seems like a good combo. Vault's also decent, but I mean, I think this is too good with the Rat King. We can just lean into that a little bit more. Oh yeah, no, the Witch is great. You don't even have to be playing rats for this Witch to be great. Just great on its own. There's Cut In. There's Shatter. I think Shatter has a place. But our removal looks, I mean, decent. I almost want the Vermin for more rats. I don't think I love this card, no. I mean, it's like a 23rd card that makes the deck. It's not a pick 4. I don't think this card's great. There aren't a lot of cards in this format that cost more than 5 mana. I don't think this is great either. Scream Puff, probably. Yep, I think we're just gonna be rats. We're gonna be rats. Although, torch the tower. Oh no. Torch the Tower is so good. I'm gonna go with the rats, but Torch the Tower is so good. There's a Prism. I'm gonna take the Prism over the Guess, because I do want to go ahead and play 3 colors here. I think the Prism's a little bit better fixing than the Guide. Treasure token for 2. Late game value. Water Wings I actually think would be pretty good with all our rats. I kind of want to try it out and see how it plays out. It could be terrible, but I think the Hexproof, just like blowing up a removal spell or a bounce spell, or making a combat trade that you win, seems okay. I mean, I don't think I'm even going to play the Grotto, even though we're gonna be 3 colors. You try out this card. Kind of stops up the ground. Buys you time. Or we can just do the bounce that draws you a card. Do the bounce that draws you a card. Add removal again, but still a 3/4, maybe. I don't know how to feel about Catapult. I'm gonna take it, but I don't know. I mean, I think it'll ping over time, but not sure it's something I want to just play every time. Could still make the deck. We'll see. This is pretty good. Okay. We're playing rats. All of these rats being 2/2s kind of make a difference. We already have 2 white sources for the splash. I think Stab Wound's good. But this is just kind of crazy, potentially. It's a maybe. I'm gonna take it, because that's what I do. Any rats? I guess this sort of makes rats. Go with Not Dead after all. Give that a try. There's some white fixing. We're not going to be able to activate it as the creature probably, but it's fixing. Whisper's good. Fairy's good. I'm down to take the fixing and try out the hair. Play 4 color. Be okay. Impact tremors. That's nice. I like this one a little bit more than Raid Bombardment because it comes down earlier, so you can get more value like through your 3-drops and so. And also, you don't have to be aggressive and attack for it to do anything. You can just be sitting back and it does stuff. Hopefully this guide wheels, because I will play multiple guides now that we're splashing white. Leave it to me to try all the nonsense so you don't have to. I mean, the return's pretty good with the whale and the hair. We're splashing white already. Could go ahead and splash that one too. We could just do Scream Puff. Yeah, probably go with 5. It's a green one. We could go 5. This is actually a really good green one. But no, I'm content. Maybe they're just taking the Mind Rot or another bounce. Card draw is also decent. I mean, you play a late game and then you draw 2 when your hand's empty, but let's go ahead and with the Gatekeeper, number 2. We can do it! Or we can just take the guide and be safe. I actually think the other guide might wheel. I'm gonna take the Whisper. Cut one of those. The guard might not be terrible. Do a Firebolt. Double off splash is probably not going to happen. Merry Bards, maybe. Consider it. Second Firebolt, maybe. The other Scarecrow did not come around. Unfortunate. Oh, yes, it did. There we go. About to say, who else is drafting 5 colors on day 1 in their first draft? It's my thing. Flip a coin can be good. It's 3 mana. If it was 2 mana, I'd love it. 3 mana, it's a stretch. Alright, 6 cuts. The right cut is cutting the hair. But I don't want to. One token. Infinite tokens, so we'll count 2, 3. Four, 5. Yeah, it's not good enough. We don't need to play white. It's okay. It's not good enough. So was it 16 lands there? Probably want to run 17. Yes, I know, I still had the Noble in. We're getting around to it. I don't think we need double Mind Rot. I almost feel like we don't need the extra bounce since we already have plenty of it. Even though this one does draw a card. 14 creatures. Maybe we just stock up a little bit more on creatures. You could try this card out. I don't think it's good, but we do have quite a few spells it would trigger. And we do kind of need a few more 2-drops. We don't need them, but it would be nice. Yeah, I'd prefer the 2-drop over another 4-drop. These play on turn 2. That plays on turn 2. 3 more cuts. 1 of the firebolts. We don't really have any benefits for tapping down and stunning, so I don't think that that's doing very well. But if we went into white, that would have been great. So, 1 more cut. Nearly there. That's just a good combo. I don't want to cut it. What do you think, Kazoo? What would you cut? Think about maybe one of these guides. $40 is recommended just because, like, 40 gets you more consistently to your best draws. So, you know, even if I play 41, I'll be less likely to draw my, you know, witch or my lock whale. So I really want to get it down to 60 so that my draws are, or not to 60, but to 40 so my draws are ideal and the best they can be. It's just sometimes moments like this, picking out the weakest card can be difficult. Draw 3? Really? Kazoo, I know you play 41 to 44 all the time. I don't want to cut a creature, so... Yeah, but I also think that holding it open to bring our Lord back or the Twisted Sister could be really nice. I want to try out the Water Wings. I think the Water Wings could be cut. I think that's reasonable. But I want to try it out for the Hexproof. It's one of the few Hexproof things in the format. And also with the rats, maybe kind of catching people off guard by trading up. But, I mean, you're right. 4/4 is not big enough in this format normally, so that might be the cut. That's probably where we're going. All right, we're gonna do this. Yeah, I think consensus in chat is that Water Wings was the right cut. Yeah, I think this is best of 1. I sure hope so. I just clicked the thing in the menu. I didn't even look. Am I okay with being least amount of red? I think so. Let's go ahead and do it. How many creatures do I have? I don't know where I ended up. I think it's 15. I usually like to have somewhere around 15, 16 in most decks. I mean, yeah. Distribute 3 1/1 counters with our Prism. If we wait till turn 4, we probably won't. Not with this start hand. Let's keep it. It's got Prism. We'll draw a card off of it. It'll be a reroll and fixing for the rest of the game. And we can even just run out the picnic guy on turn 2 if they're going too fast since we're on the draw. The adventure that makes rats, though, I mean, yeah, it's 2 1/1s and then a 2/1 on top of it afterwards, but it kind of reminds me of a Keldon Strike Team from Dominaria United, where, you know, total 5 mana, 3 bodies kind of thing. So, I still kind of count that as 1-ish. That's not getting cast anytime soon. Candy Trail's pretty good. I'm surprised they're sacking it for 3 life here. I mean, I guess they have a bad hand. Lord Skitter. Now I might hold off, because being able to put 3 1/1s on 3 rats is not irrelevant. Just do Prism. They took a turn off. We'll take a turn off. Like they might be on the rat strategy. That's a card. It's okay that we don't have an island. We got Prism. I don't think exiling cards is too relevant. Unless they drop white. They're playing 3 colors, though. Ooh. Oh no! That hurts. Well, that hurts a lot. They're probably playing big things. I'm thinking the fencing's not going to be that good. I think getting something to become a 1/1 is going to be better. So I'm going to ditch the fencing. 2 lands. Goodness. I really don't want to run that out. I think we're just going to run out the little picnic guy. That's a good target to become a 1/1. Yep, let's go ahead and do it. Stay back and block. I'll trade here. This card's pretty annoying. Yeah, we can do both. Let's tempo, and then play out a 3/4. That looks pretty good. Or we could just go ahead and put pressure up. I think I'm gonna pay 5 to ping me for 1 extra. I was about to say. Yep. I'm gonna make them return their catapult so we can swing in. And then, even though they can return this and get more card advantage and blah blah blah, I think I am gonna maybe firebolt it. We'll see if they block first. Okay. Really annoying card. Let's set up the board. Like, I want to bounce, but there's no benefit because I don't have a good backswing to do that, so... They have a trick, they have a trick. No, they just want the card draw value. When, like, I have to make the block. I can't wait to see if they activate it. Otherwise I take 3. I mean, same there. If I don't use the removal spell in that situation, I still take. Alright. I need this catapult off the battlefield. Do I care about this trade? Could bounce my own thing. I guess I'll let it happen. I mean, we're just dying to this Dread Knight. If they didn't get all the card draw off of it and consistently just bringing it back and making trades, the game would be over. The card's really good. I'm just gonna keep giving them the value. I think I'll bounce the Scream Puff. Kill the Scream Puff. Going in. Don't feel like we have a lot of good options here. Not looking good. Bargain their assault. And not their food. I should be worried. Sure, they might have a trick here. There it is. Man, think how different this game would be if our Rat King didn't die. to the Rankles spell in the very beginning. And that was crucial. Well, I can't afford not to block. Gonna die to impact tremors. Yep. Game. Oh no. Yeah, no. We got soloed by a Dread Knight. If anybody's just tuning in, that's what happened right there. It was a very long, grindy game getting soloed by a Dread Knight. And a Rankles prank. I think if the Rankles prank didn't happen on turn 4, I think our rats would have been able to close it out before they could get that much value off their knight. Card was pretty good though. Moral of the story, if you open a Dread Knight at pre-release, you should probably play the Dread Knight. Maybe. I mean, is this okay to keep? 2/2 for 2. 2 mana, 2 damage burn for 3 mana. It's not great. Got all our lands though. I think when you're playing 3 colors, you kind of... If this happens, you kind of have to maybe stick with it. It's one of the downsides of playing a 3-color deck. Good card. Gonna make a 2/2 knight with Vigilance. But we got the 3 mana burn spell. Or we could do the not dead after all trick here. Lots of options. Swing in and see what we can do here. I think I'm okay with not dead after all, even though we don't have a good follow-up. It makes our fireball better. Or firebolt, not fireball. Do I want the rats? Or do I want to do one first strike and push damage? I guess I want the rats. Another Vigil. Now we have the 4/4 and another way to kill things. Swing in and see what happens. I'm okay with playing it slow, making some rats. They can hit me for 2 here. I want to save my removal for when they drop something amazing. Whoa! Okay, so for me, when you play this card, I really think you want to use the combat trick, hitting combat trick, where you pay 2, make the monster roll token, so you get +1/+1 for 2 mana, win a combat trick, and then you get the 4/3 trampler. Personally. would have been good before the trainee. Don't have enough mana to do everything. And I don't want them to block everything either. So... I think this is good enough. Since we don't have a follow-up anyway, we might as well do this. It'll make our Firebolt better. I'm gonna do it pre-combat so that they basically have no choice but to block, but the 2/2 if they wanted to. Has what, Ward 1? Okay. I mean, I think the play is the same. We can pay the ward. Please attack. Looks like Tremors time, right? Nearly close out this game with Tremors. Am I willing to trade? No need at the moment. This might be best in the air. And then just get a faster clock. Both been kind of stuck at 4 mana though. I'm sure they have some big things they can drop as soon as they unlock it. Okay. Fight. Fine. This is looking pretty good. Nothing has reach. Not quite lethal. It's 1 short. Rats have done absolutely nothing this game. Been like a mascot just sitting there. I haven't swung in with them once. That gains 3 life. Scry 2. Still doesn't have reach. Is good. Ah, what off lethal? This game. This game! We win! Yes! I don't know if I'm enjoying this. These games have been a little awkward. Is this the guy we played in the first match? I mean, I know matchmaking can be a little awkward. But this is the guy with the, Bring Back from the Grave Knight. We're in some real trouble. I really don't like this hand. I think I'm gonna keep it. I want to draw into at least one land here. Okay, thank you. Different person. Impact Tremors is great early in the game. I'm willing to take 2 for it as well. Well, I guess I could still trade, but I don't want to. Need my red source. This is a very good card. They're gonna get a lot of ramp off of it. Sorry, they're waiting for me. Fencing's holding up the game, I think. Let's just go ahead and get 2 pings for 1. This is gonna be a really good witch once we get to it. Although, you know what blocks a 2/2 rat? 2/3. That is a card. Okay. So. Yeah, this can get out of control quickly. We need to get 1 more land and be able to shoot that promptly. No, gotta take the 4. There it is. We are gonna just... I'm not even gonna mess around here. We are doing the damage. They could bring it back, but I'm not gonna block anyway, so I should attack in. If they bring this back from the grave, I'm sad. But we can always bounce it if they attack with it, but I'm not sure they would. Although in white, how many ways are there to bring back a 4-mana creature? I don't think there is. Valor. It's a pretty good bounce target. Now it's got Valor on it. We'll leave open the bounce, run out the rat. We don't really need to attack in this situation. We'll go ahead and exile that. I mean, they're dead if they attack him with everything. I think. Very close with the witch. Good, they did attack. Not with everything, though. But that does get rid of the Valor. The 3 in the air is a little bit annoying. Still need the red mana, I think. Go with no blocks, but it's tight. Jeez. I think we have it next turn as long as we don't die this turn, so I will be blocking and making trades. Yeah, Tremors is doing really nice here. It is a rat deck at the moment, yes. Look at all of them. They're all gonna get a wicked token. I don't even think that really matters. Like I said, we're just gonna block with everything and then win. They can pump for 2 max by sacking and playing the 1 trick. They can have life gain on it as well. I think a chump is pretty safe here. And then just swing in with everything else. Do it. Look at all of these wicked tokens. So if these die, they ping for 1 now as well. So it's just absolutely ridiculous. Wow. Yeah, it's quite the board state. I don't think we needed this much to win this. I might have overdone it and been a little bit dawdly by playing out every value I could before slamming the witch, but the witch is just really great even without this many rats. That was just maybe the best witch you could possibly see. Let's keep playing this deck. That was fun, though. Yeah, I mean, tokens that don't block, yeah. I agree, it's kind of a downer. I mean, remember that first game? Our 2 rats were just sitting there as like cheerleaders. I couldn't attack them with them. I couldn't block with them. They were really pretty meaningless, so there is some risk to them just sitting there and not contributing. Looks good. The whale kills someone. I don't know if the whale's exactly like a go get 'em card. I mean, it's big, but it's not like let's kill him. I think the bounce to the top of the deck, you know, the library, or the bottom of the library is the, for 2 mana, is the part that's pretty killer about the whale. It's gonna get the rat guy online. We'll get vermin out there and then start sending in our rats so our vermin can get big. That's when our rat dies. He gets 1/1 counter. Yeah, I agree. The mites were probably better than the rats because the toxic really helped them push in some nice damage. But this set has a lot of like group pumps where the tokens are kind of worth it. Interesting that they didn't kill the rat. I mean, I think I just want to bounce now. Is that crazy? I don't think that's a bad idea. They lose the value off the witch that they just did. It's a little bit mana inefficient, but we get in. We'll be fine. There was some hesitation not to attack with the Lord because there are white spells that kill tap creatures, so that's something that you should consider, but I wanted to push the 3 damage. There is one of them. This is probably the better one. I mean, we're ahead on mana here. So I think I'm just gonna slam the Scream Puff and get in there. Blue. For the 3/3 flyer, I guess. Guaranteed get a food token here. Wish I had one more swamp so I could double cast here. Man, alright. We're just gonna attack in for 4. Get a food token if they don't block. That's food, right? Yeah. They're really at 13. Yeah, I mean, while their mana's tapped now that they have blue, I don't want them to counter anything. We'll go big. Just saw the rat conversation in chat. Lots of rat puns. Pretty far behind here with, I guess now they have 5 mana. Might be worth killing off their Financer just because they are a little bit mana poor. They bargained their food. Whoa. Okay. I mean, that was a move. I think I just kill the fairy and say, you have to block. Good luck. I mean... This is really bad for them. Yeah. You're not supposed to scoop Lord Tupperware. I just realized we were playing against Lord Tupperware. I think he's pretty well known. GG. 3 wins. I don't know who this is, though. That's mana. Need to draw some action, but I don't think you turn this in. We draw an extra card, we've got a flyer, we have ways to even put the 1/1 counters on things, so I think it's good play. I'm gonna go ahead and just play the Prism. Bounce spell. Somebody in my house is going into the fridge. Hopefully you guys couldn't hear all that. Yeah, this is fine. This is an interesting color combination. This is now 3 mana to do it. Do I have to put them on different creatures? They can all go on 1. Make a huge flyer. A little risky. Could do that though. A massive flyer. Probably have a lot of bounce though. Probably a bad idea. Be able to do 2 things. Although I'm not sure I want to bounce this fairy because then they can pay the 2 and tap. Nothing. Nothing. Is any of this instant speed? No. Of course it's not. I mean, I guess I'm bouncing. I want to go greed so badly. So badly. But if they have a bounce here, so much regret. I'm gonna go green. Against my better judgment, we're hitting in for 5. Yes! That doesn't do too much. I still have the counters on it. It's still a 4/4. Yeah. I think they're just having a mana issue as well, which is not fun. So I think now I just slam the witch and keep moving. Although this has double strike. Even with double strike, that's not as much damage as the witch, so we're just gonna pop the witch and push. Keep wanting to put these in my hand in a certain order because I like visually to have it in a certain way, and because they're on an adventure I can't. It's a little unfortunate. They can tap down something here with this sprite. And it's a lockdown, but they're really far behind. I'm not sure that's gonna be enough. Play out the whale for the fun of it, everybody. Or we could just play out the gatekeeper that does the exact same thing. 6 damage as well. Bring the whale! No, I'm good. I'm good with just the gatekeeper. Yeah. The gatekeeper was enough to make them sad. So, we could keep playing this, or we could jump to a different draft and do another deck. Do you guys want to keep watching this deck play, or do you want to see something else? I feel like we could do a little bit more rat shenanigans, although a few games ago that was a pretty good rat display.